Welcome in everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a look at the Highlands cattle for Farming Simulator 25's Highlands Fishing Expansion. You can still pre-order this down below if you'd like to, until at least it comes out on Tuesday, and then you can just buy it if you want it at that point without any discount. But anyhow, so let's just start off with this. If you know how dairy cows work, nothing will change, or sorry, beef cattle. I actually don't even think the dairy cattle aspect applies. If you know how beef cattle work, these are going to work the same way. There shouldn't be any difference there. So just going to preface that. And then we're just going to do a quick video here to show them off. So first off, I have a pasture over here, which requires water. And then I have a barn over here, which does not require water. Otherwise, everything's the same. So that's why I put these two buildings out. If you go into the menu here and you go to animals, any of the cow pens will do the Highlands cows, water buffalo, or any of the other cow types. So there's some new ones with the Highlands Fishing Expansion. This is one of them, so I put that one down. And then I also put just one of the generic pastures down. Now, to get animals in these things, you can either pick them up at the animal dealer and deliver them, or you can come up to the animal trigger here, hit R, and then you have Brown Swiss, Holstein, Angus, Limousin, Water Buffalo, and now Highland cows here. So there you go. These things are fantastic. So this type of cow is bred for profit and can be sold. Cows like grass, hay, and TMR. Additionally, they require water. Kind of. They do require water, but not if they're in a barn. So this one will also produce milk, and you can see right here it produces buffalo milk. If you go up to these guys right here, that one just is bred for profit. This one here produces milk. That's for dairy farming. These guys here are dairy farming, produce milk as well. So these guys are just going to be like doing any sort of beef cattle. They're not going to be any different than those. But yeah, you can come up to here and you can purchase some if you'd like to, which let's purchase some of the young ones. So we'll do like maybe 10 of those, or how many can I put in here? Let's put 4 of those in there. Then you also can purchase these guys. You do have to pay a delivery fee. How many can I put in? 3. There we go. Let's buy 3 of those. Perfect. And they are absolutely adorable out here having a blast. Look at them. I do like the young ones. They do look really cute. You look fantastic. Like they just kind of look like you want to snuggle with them out there in the field, you know? I'm not saying that's probably a good idea or not. I don't know. I don't know enough about cows. But anyhow, there you go. You can buy them that way, or you can pick them up at the animal dealer. I do have if we go over here to the animal dealer, do I have is my tractor over here? Yep, here we go. So I got my tractor set up over here. We'll fire it up. I have an animal trailer here. You can buy an animal trailer if you go in the store. We go down right here, animal transport. Not this one. This one only does horses. This one will do 6 cows, any of the types of cows, including Highlands cows. This one will do 12 if you want that. There's modded trailers and stuff like that out there. I'm just using base game equipment for now. Pull over top of the animal trigger, which is that little paw print there. And you can see there's already a Highland cow. That one's ready to be bought. So we'll buy just some adult ones this time. We'll just fill this up with 6. Perfect. You don't have to pay the transport fee. You still have to pay full price for them, but no transport fee, which is nice. You can see they're loaded up in there. And now if I can get out of here, this is a pretty tight yard here. Let me actually go. There we go. That might help us out if we're in. Oh boy, this is already off the rails here. Okay, we can do it. Do we fit now? Almost. So close. Oh my goodness. This is just a disaster. You can never get cows, apparently. They'll never get out of the yard. The next time maybe I should back in there. I don't know why there's not a way out. I feel like there should be one. There we go. We finally made it out. So once you make it out of the animal dealer yard on Kinlag or any other map, what these will, you can put these on any other map as long as you have the Highlands Fishing Expansion enabled, which is great. So yeah, here we are. Sorry, cows. It'd be another rough bump here. You guys are doing good. That's fine. Everything's great. Then you can drive over top the animal trigger, which the one for this one is right here. I'm going to stop. And then what you can do is hit R. Oop, theoretically, once I get to the trigger, there we go. Click these guys, and I can transfer them, move to the husbandry. Bingo, bango, bongo. Same way if you want to get them out, hit R here, and I can transfer these guys to the trailer by hitting move to trailer. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, let's get this guy out of our way. We are done with this tractor right here. Perfect. Boom. All right. So now we need to get water for the buffalo, or not the buffalo. Goodness gracious. The Highland buffalo. They're not Highland buffalo. That I made up, and I knew I was saying that. So anyhow, the Highland cows, let's get them some water. So you can use any sort of water transport. Any of these guys will do it. They'll all transport water. Easy peasy. I'm using one of the new Can-Ams. I already got some water in here. Now, you don't have to put water in the barns. Barns have their own water. Only the pastures require water. I come up here. Boom. I can dump some water in there. And if we go in the menu and we go to our animals areas, we have sheep barns, I guess, already on here. But we go to this guy. No, that's not one of the ones we're using. We're using these two right here. So the small one, which is the one we're putting water in right now, you can see to get their productivity up, what we have to do is we have to provide them water, and then we have to provide them some sort of feed. Now, they have meadow in there, which is 40% effective. Grass is 40% effective. Silage is 80% effective. Hay is 80%. Total mixed ration is 100%. So total mixed ration is the best. I do have a separate video out on my channel if you want to know how to make total mixed ration. But basically, you just mix some things together in a feed mixer. So yeah, then there's total effectiveness or capacity and effectiveness up here. Now, if you feed them grass, it's going to eat grass and not the meadow. If you just have the meadow, they're just going to eat the meadow. If you feed them silage, they're going to ignore any grass and meadow and eat the silage. If you feed them hay, they're going to ignore the silage, grass, and meadow and eat the hay. If you feed them TMR or total mixed ration, they're going to ignore all the bottom four. So just be aware of how it's going to work that way. Now, if we go to our other cow barn large, now over here, we don't need to put any water. There's no water in here. But we need to put straw in there only if we want manure. If you don't care about manure, don't put straw in. You'll get slurry. Now, the pasture itself is not going to give us manure or slurry because it's a pasture. So, depends on what you want. You can use manure and slurry to spread around on your fields and do that sort of thing. And then, obviously, for the animals, we have a health, and then we have reproduction bar as soon as they get they're fully adult, so at 18 months. Otherwise, they just have a puberty bar here. This one's at 0%, so they're at 0 months. 6 months are at 33% because they're 33% of the way to 18 months, which is where they'll be fully mature and be able to start reproducing. So that's how that's going to work there. Now you need to make sure their productivity is up if you want them to reproduce. This bar is grayed out because that's at 0. Now tomorrow in game it'll update because there's some meadow in here, so it should actually give them a little bit, but it won't be anything crazy. Let's pull this guy out of the way here. And now if you do want manure as well, it did say no manure heap extension located nearby. What you need to do is you need to go to where am I going here? Silo extensions, not silos. Under silos, if you go down here, there are manure heaps. That's not what we want. We need a manure heap extension. That's just a storage for manure. So if we go to silo extensions, there's a manure heap extension there. And then there's actually one that came with the Highlands Fishing Pack. So I'm going to put this one right here. So we do actually get some manure for now. And we'll kind of show that off to you guys. But yeah, let's get over to this guy. We're going to put some straw in there. Because if we don't have straw in there, it's not going to produce any manure. We're just going to get slurry. So actually, maybe we'll put straw in a little bit. Let's get them fed up here. I got this guy right here, full load of TMR. Let's get both of these guys all fed, good to go. So I'm gonna pull up next to this. The feed trigger's right here. You can put bales in here as well if you'd like to, like hay or silage bales or whatever. Let's get, nope, don't unload it. Don't unload it, stop it. Let's do tip side, right front. There we go. That would actually unload into there. Boom, easy peasy. You can put some TMR in there. Those guys now have some food. If we go to our pasture, boom. Total effectiveness can be 100%, so total capacity, it's filled up, good to go. It won't take any other things because it's 100% full of food. So you can't just fill all of these up and then just watch it go down. Once one of them's fully loaded, you're good to go there. You're done. You can't put any more in there. So productivity will go up for those guys as well. They'll start being healthy and all good to go. Now, let's take this over here. That is the milk point there if you wanted to get milk, but you're not going to get milk for these guys anyway, so you don't need to really worry about that. Let's open this up. I believe the feed point is in here. Yeah, there it is. All right. Let's see if we even fit in here. This is going to be another disaster like it was at the animal deer. Let's try to go on the other side. There's a lot more room over there. Let's make a little loop. This JCB is struggling a little bit to pull this big old TMR mixer, but to be fair, I think most tractors would. So, let's get this guy looped around. It's one of the new JCBs as well, by the way. But yeah, we should be able to pull in here. And we have the trigger for the TMR. We'll load them up with some TMR and then get out of their way. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Probably take all of this. Yep, there we go. Pull this back out. The cows have some feed. Good to go. Okay. Yeah, that's everything we need to do. Now, straw will go in there as well, the same spot we put the feed, but we're good to go for right now. They have everything that they'll need in a bare minimum. So let's just fast forward some time. I'm just going to get us through to the next day here real quick. Just really speed through some time here. And yeah, about right there. Sure, whatever. That's fine. Now we take a look. These guys here, they've produced some slurry. They're not producing any manure because we haven't given them any straw. And they're using some of that feed. They actually use quite a bit of that feed. You can see their productivity is 100%. Their reproduction, they're 10%. So every 10 months, they will reproduce. We go to our other guys over here. They use some of their water, they use some of their feed, their productivity is 100%. They are slowly growing up, which we're so proud of them for. So anyhow, let's back this guy out of the way. I don't think we'll need any more feed or anything. Now let's demonstrate some manure. Let's get some straw in there. Is this gonna go fit in here or this side? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see here in a second. Oh, that was kind of my bad. That was a pretty bad turn there. See if we can go out a little bit more. Just really yank that in there. There we go. And they can put straw and you can see I have to unload. It's gonna hit the roof, which is gonna be super great, super fun. Yep, there we go. It's gonna cause all sorts of chaos, but that's okay. We just need to get some straw in there. That should be enough. All right, that's good. That's good. That's enough chaos. Now I also want to go over to this guy real quick to show you something. If you do want to get the slurry out of your cow barn, what we're going to do is take one of the tankers that holds slurry. You can use a slurry tanker as well. This should hold slurry in it, but you're just going to come over under this pipe right here. And then, maybe a little further. Does this not hold slurry? Am I crazy? I feel like this holds slurry. No, it doesn't hold slurry. Well, that explains that. That's not going to work. But you'd pull under this pipe with a slurry spreader or something that could take slurry, pull it under there. You'd think, for someone who plays this game as much as I do, I would have remembered that. But to be fair, I don't really do a lot with cows. So, anyhow. If we go in here, these guys, they now have some straw in there now. So 1562 is the slurry. If we fast forward time, they're not going to give us any more slurry. They're going to start giving us manure instead. Oh, they actually are still giving us slurry. Oh my goodness gracious. It's like I don't even know how to play this game anymore. It used to be that you didn't get that, but we're still getting slurries. There we go. I don't do a lot with cows, okay, people? You're going to judge me. I know it. It's fine. But yeah, you can see now we are getting manure now, which is great. So we should be getting less slurry than we were before, and we should be getting now manure. And if we hop out of there, we go over to our manure heap extension over here, which again, you need to use the extension, not the manure heap itself, just the extension version. You have manure in here, which is great. You can use manure in your fields or sell it or do whatever you want. But there you go. That is what I have for you about the Highland cows. I hope this video was helpful or chaotic in some way to you, but that's all I got. To be fair, it is 1:18 in the morning my time, and this video is coming out sometime after 6 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm just tired and exhausted. This is like the 10th video I've recorded today, so there you go. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.